Are you good with still directing it then?
Yeah. Yeah. As long as you're cool with that.
Again, it makes sense with you having like the kid.
Yeah.
She looks so dazed.
I am so wrecked after staying up all night. I could use my rewind to catch a few more Z's, but maybe I better save my strength.
Literally, that is what if I had rewind powers, I would just do that all the time. Like, oh shit, I'm not gonna finish this problem. We need rewind. At first I was like, why does she want her bookmark so soon?
Yeah.
Class. Ooh,
Graffiti.
yeah. Trust no one. I think there's another hole to another universe over there.
Got like a whole new universe.
Hole to another
Oh, I
universe.
see what you
Yeah.
I thought you meant literally. I was
Literal.
Like, this is a weird game.
The last time I got a flu
Well,
shot,
I mean-
I got the flu.
Oh,
Fuck
You'll
you.
see stuff
yes.
later.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like those don't turn into holes. Anyway, you'll see.
Otter
And you'll
power?
find it cool.
I'm
Don't
so
worry.
not there.
Aw, Otter Power sounds awesome.
I'm good to flow. Thanks.
I was hoping she'd say something different this time. Okay, Miss Chef. Out of order.
She's just not on her period this week.
Yeah.
But at least you can react to them. At least they have tampons. But yeah.
I feel like something horrible's gonna happen.
Horror movie.
Psycho.
The water actually just makes her hair look waxy.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Poor Kate.
What's up, Kate?
School.
That's it? That video of you clubbing didn't look like homework.
Victoria, that wasn't me.
Oh my god, right. Don't be shy. I think it's awesome you set a tongue record on video.
You're going to be sorry someday.
Oh, boo-hoo. I'm sorry you're a viral slut. I'm sure she had fun.
Looks like it.
I know Nathan hooked her up. And you know he has the good shit.
Preach it, sister.
Yup, I still have goddamn paint all over my face. Good thing my faithful minions took their sweet time bringing me a towel.
We ran all the way.
Give it a rest, Taylor. Now I know if I'm in an accident, I won't rely on you or Courtney for help. You can hang out with Kate. Or Max.
Hey! So don't. But I do think that there's a lot of insecurity there that you can read, but
She's a weirdo with that dumb camera.
I hate that I'm so quirky crap. Anyway, let's leave the link to Kate's video so everybody gets a chance to see her in action.
You are such an evil biatch. I love it.
like I just why would people do that? You know?
No, well, yeah, you know, insecurity. I've never really understood. Are people this evil? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, people do things like this.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I can just wipe this off the wall.
Yeah.
I better get dressed and go give back Kate's book. Even if I can stop one person from watching it, it's worth it.
Yep.
In writing about Porpentine's narrative games, Can Fasten describes how narrative games can help emphasize player affect and experience more. Fasten's article talks particularly about twine games, which are fairly accessible narrative games, easier to make and easier to play. Twine games are often used to tell feminist or queer narratives that are not privileged in mainstream gaming. The ability to let us make these choices gets us as players involved in the game emotionally and can give authorial space for voices who aren't normally recognized in the medium. In their book, Feeling Photography, Elspeth H. Brown and Thai Fu write about how attending to affect and feeling can be, quote, a great way to account for marginalized subjects such as women, queer subjects, and racialized groups who are conspicuously excluded in approaches that focus on thinking, end quote.
What happened at the party? Did you drink?
I swear to God, I had one sip of red wine, and then I drank
that
water.
means a lot to Kate.
Yeah.
Don't question her.
Yeah, I was gonna
Not
say
enough
that's
to get
a
wasted, is it?
I don't get wasted. Ever. I take a sip at church, and I don't end up on a viral video, okay?
Did somebody drug you?
I remember getting sick and dizzy.
Go on.
Then Nathan Prescott said he would take me to the hospital.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
Nathan Prescott? Oh shit.
Yeah.
He was being nice for a change when he offered to help me.
He's the opposite of nice. What next?
All I recall is driving for a long time. And I woke up in a room. I thought it was a hospital because it was so white and bright.
Go on.
Wait,
I'm
what?
listening.
Where do you take her?
Somebody was talking to me in a soft voice. I thought it was a doctor until I heard Nathan and felt a sharp sting in my neck. And
Whoa, I would never say, are you sure?
And?
that's all I remember. I don't know what happened. I woke up outside my dorm room the next day. I didn't have any marks or bruises, but I felt gross.
So, who took the video of you at the party?
I have no idea. Probably Victoria. She was there being her mean self.
Jesus, Kate. I'm sorry. This is serious shit.
How do I get a viral video taken down? I know it's already spreading. What if my church sees that? I need to know what to do.
Kate, we'll figure it out. I'll check back later, okay?
Thanks, Max. You can put my book here near my bag.
You'd like hope that people would be able to tell she was drugged in the video, but I guess that's not the way people work.
Yeah. That's just it, right? Like, realistically, people
So,
wouldn't
Max,
have even cared.
can I ask you a
Like, oh, look
question?
at her
And
being
please be
like-
honest.
Absolutely, Kate. Anything.
I need to find out if Nathan Prescott helped me or hurt me after that party.
I mean, I have a pretty good idea.
Should I go to the police?
No, but this is the question,
Oh. Oh my god.
Right?
I can't answer this.
right?
I can't answer this.
Especially considering that the Prescotts have the entire town in their pocket.
And Life is Strange gives a lot of space to tricky narratives, such as Kate's story about being drugged. And when we have to advise her whether or not to talk to the police, we are thrown headfirst into the complicated and sickening decisions so many people, particularly marginalized people, have to face. What this game does really well is make sexual assault visible. In her article on sick women theory, Joanna Hedva addresses, quote, the trauma of not being seen, and who is allowed into the public sphere, who is allowed to be visible, end quote. However, there are also a lot of invisible issues in this game as well. Photography, as we see it used in this game, is also a way to make unseen people visible. I'm arguing that, and this is a quote from Audrey Woolen, it's important to look very hard at anything mass culture wants to stay invisible, end quote. But this kind of emotional and voyeuristic engagement can also have ethical problems.
After you give Kate back her book, you go get ready and then leave to go meet up with Chloe. And you have this conversation with Samuel in the courtyard.
What animals do you see in the forest?
Yeah, I also noticed that her
Don't
shirt-
laugh, but
Let me point.
I saw a doe that seemed to be looking right at me. Like it was trying to communicate.
Oh, that's your spirit animal.
So,
Nothing
yeah, so
weird
he
there
calls
except
it-
you saw yours. Could be a sign of
It's her
hypergamy.
Patronus, I tell you.
What do I know?
Oh,
My
it's
spirit
spirit
animal is a squirrel.
I'm about to spoil a part of the game. The spirit animals and Hopi prophecies that feature throughout the game are dropped completely in Episode 5 and in the ending. Perhaps they have implicit meaning with regards to the end, but the lack of explicit connection is an issue. Throughout the game, you have Max being heavily connected to the image of a doe, Chloe connected to that blue butterfly, Samuel and his squirrels, and so on. You also have insistences on things like the presence of a totem, colloquially referred to as tabanga, on campus, and questions about Hopi prophecy. For further discussion of the game's references to the Hopi Nation, I suggest a viewing of Geek Remix's fan theory video, retelling of the Hopi prophecy. Okay, I just really love Geek Remix, okay? And they had really amazing theories on this game. Moving on. Anyway, one is definitely led to believe throughout the game that these prophecies and the use of spirit animals are going to mean something at the end. That everything going on is going to tie together in a great reveal. But they don't, and it's disappointing. However, it's more than just disappointing. By using indigenous elements as vehicles for further mystery or as a motif in the game, without actually incorporating these things into the overall message or shedding light on their meaning or use in the game, it actually becomes really tokenizing. On the other hand, though, setting a game in North America should mean having a bare-bones awareness of its location on stolen land, shouldn't it? But is having these elements merely present enough? Further, is having them there as hypotheses for the storm doing more harm than good? I'm not sure how one would have included the elements better, but I certainly felt that Life is Strange dropped the ball on this. As a small further note on race, Life is Strange does a pretty decent job of including more characters of color than your average game. However, all of your main characters, Max, Chloe, Warren, Victoria, Nathan, Kate, are all white. The POC characters are all in the background. Thus, insofar as Life is Strange's feminism is concerned, it doesn't quite make the grade for race and intersectionality. After that conversation with Samuel, you head off to see Chloe, and you are intercepted by Warren.
You don't have to, though.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna. I should be a good person,
But you're also...
Warren,
But is that being
what are you
a good
doing here?
person, or is that being
nothing.
a liar?
Yeah,
Waiting
Right?
for a call? I mean, I already took the call. Anyway, I wanted to rap about that action
Sure
yesterday.
you did, Warren. Oh,
That was intense. Everything happened so fast. I owe you.
Oh, yes, you do. I got knocked on my ass by that dick. I'm some personal superhero.
You're a real everyday hero.
Meow.
You stood up to a bully, and it was awesome.
Even though you left me with said bully and ran off with that girl, she's pretty punk rock. How do you know her?
she's the love of her life. That's how, Warren.
Just a pirate I used to know.
I bet you were glad to see her blast up in that truck like a rock star. Which begs the question, why is Nathan Prescott getting psycho on you?
Either it's fine, I don't remember.
He's dangerous. I don't want you to get involved. You got me there, but lay low. Nathan Prescott is going to get his karma soon.
Weird fucking week. Like that bizarro snowfall yesterday. Speaking of dystopia, that drive-in is having a 70s Planet of the Apes marathon. Let's go ape!
I mean, that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah.
Does this decision have any consequences?
Well, it depends on, do you want to date Warren or do you want to date Chloe?
Okay, but look, I
and you
don't
can
want to
still
date him, but I still want to go to Planet of the Apes with him.
That's fine, but he's also super obsessed with you, so you're kind of leading him on. So
Hey
it's like,
there.
which is not necessarily your responsibility if you just want to go see the movie, but also Brooke gets super pissy at you if you say yes. By the way,
I'll just
No, I don't think I can concentrate on going out to the movies. I just feel like escaping.
Fine. Be a damn dirty human. I'll go ape myself.
you could agree to go if you want to.
No, it's okay. I probably get the wrong idea.
But that also shouldn't be your responsibility,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Anyway, ugh.
Decisions. Okay.
Mom and Max,
Wonderful
together again.
and adorable.
And Chloe
great.
looking for a free meal. You put your whole damn college fund on your tab.
I'm treating Chloe for breakfast.
Are you atoning for yesterday?
Oh God, Mom, please do not give Max any shit for that. She apologized.
I know she did. Max is a good girl, woman. She's 18 now.
Too old to get lectures from you or Sergeant Pepper.
Call him David if you don't want to be lectured. You only get one damn slice of bacon a day.
That is the punishment. You only get one slice of bacon,
You guys are
Chloe.
still the same.
Another reason to blow this town.
Up.
What is this shit on the jukebox?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm one second.
Now that that's out of the way.
Wow.
I mean,
Let's talk about your
No, it's
superpower.
okay.
anyway.
I don't have
just
any
wait, but
explanation. And I can't explain why I saw that crazy fucking tornado.
Come on, that's just a daydream. I want proof you can rewind time.
This is all happening so fast.
We'll start slow. Right here, now.
I can tell you every single thing you have in your pockets.
You have X-ray vision, dude? I don't even know what's in my pockets. Let me see.
Okay, you have to remember.
Okay, Max. Impress me.
Otherwise, you have to keep going. You can say whatever now. And then...
Oh, I see, yeah.
Your car keys.
Duh, way too easy. I need details. Describe my keychain.
A skull keychain for a punk like you.
That was so wrong, Max. Okay, psychic girl. Let me show you what's actually in my pockets.
Now.
Okay.
Okay.
That was beyond epic fail. You even made me want to believe you.
Yeah, you can rewind.
Okay, Max. Study every item carefully and don't forget anything.
Cigarettes. Wait, how many?
Oh.
I can't count American change. I don't know what I'm doing.
75, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Warning ticket. 7 strength. Twin Peaks. Out of parking day. 10:34 a.m. 9:21 13. September 21st. Cool. Now you're gonna try and answer all the questions. It hurts. Whoa.
This is like weirdly frozen.
Okay, Max. I color right.
What happened there? Okay. You can put any.
I'm pretty sure you have cigarettes on you.
Yes, you know I'm a smoker. But how many cigarettes?
7 cigarettes.
A superpower that allows you to count cigarettes. Cool. Amazing. Something else in my pockets?
Your car keys.
Duh, way too easy. I need details.
A cute robot panda keychain.
Not bad, Super Max. You do have that Irish luck, Caulfield. What else?
Some money.
Clearly I'm rich as fuck. How much do I have?
86 cents.
That's right, living large in Arcadia Bay. So that was cool.
Same.
Show me more.
Hashtag grad student.
A parking ticket.
You know me well. But what is the exact time I was busted?
10:34 a.m.
Booyah! Max can tell time. Amazeballs. I've literally just got chills all over my neck. You have powers.
Yeah. She already told you that.
Take
Chloe.
that crap off the table, Chloe.
Time travel is feminist. Yep, you heard right. I feel like the game's use of rewind powers in time traveling is actually a feminist act, or at least metaphorically mirrors one. In her article, Backlash, Repetition, Untimeliness, The Temporal Dynamics of Feminist Politics, Victoria Brown reframes our conceptualization of time and history in a way that accounts for feminism. She does this as a response to Susan Faluti's 1991 volume, Backlash, which laments the way that feminist work is always railed against, pushed back, and then inevitably repeated. Her theory of time responds to, quote, the realities of feminist history in terms of the endless repetitions that are forced by recurring backlashes against feminism." End quote. In Life is Strange, Max also has to continuously rewind and redo her encounters in order to make progress in the story. Eventually, the player sees rewinding as inevitable, much the same way that Brown argues the process of backlash to be. Faludi sees women's progress through history as looking, quote, more like a corkscrew tilted slightly to one side, its loops inching closer to the line of freedom with the passage of time, end quote. But that these loops inevitably always turn back on themselves. I think this is a particularly apt image considering Life is Strange and its symbol for the rewind mechanic. Brown argues that, faced with such a predicament, quote, the challenge then is to build an alternative model of historical time and change which can register the significance and persistence of backlash politics, but which can also position and revalue repetition as generative and productive, end quote. Brown does this through a Kierkegaardian model of recollecting forwards, which I feel Life is Strange also embodies. As Brown relates, quote, for Kierkegaard, genuine repetition does not mean recurrence of the same. It refers, rather, to the process of looping back, whereby the possibilities generated by the past are taken up and actualized in the present, end quote. This process of recollecting forwards, then, can be understood as a kind of echoing which does not passively repeat, but actively transforms past and present simultaneously. Is this sort of looping back and using your knowledge to affect past and present not exactly what Life is Strange does? In Life is Strange, you make mistakes, the characters react negatively, and you rewind. Then, in order to progress in the game, you have to use this knowledge and repetition productively by recollecting forwards. As you will see, actively transforming past and present simultaneously becomes even more significant later on in the game. As Brown relates of a feminist version of time, quote, untimely repetitions and resurfacings are the very mechanism of change within a historical time that is multilinear and internally complex, end quote. Similarly, untimely repetitions and resurfacings are the very mechanism in the game by which Max is able to enact change and progress throughout the story. As such, yes, in Max's hands, time travel and repetition mimics exactly that history of feminist progress and the act of recollecting forwards. After breakfast, Max and Chloe head over to the junkyard for some good old bottle shooting.
Wait, one more for the road.
You're serious about this.
We're gonna shoot all these bottles without wasting a single bullet. Max, you have to help me aim. Show me the way, Max.
You have to tell her what to aim
I need to
for.
see you shoot first.
And then you can tell her, like, go a little bit more this way or a little bit more that way. As you, like, you rewind it to before she shoots. There.
Show me the way, Max.
Aim a bit to the right.
Sir, yes, sir. Oh, yes! Did you see that shit, Max?
Duh.
That was so fucking cool. Now for the second bottle. Now, Max, where do I aim?
You're on target. Pull the trigger.
Then you just rewind it.
Now, Max, where do I aim?
Aim slightly above.
Right between the eyes. Watch out, Nathan. Now that is fun. Let's pump up the volume and find me another target. I want to get creative here.
Okay.
Give me something to shoot, Max.
I bet you want to blow apart those old computer monitors.
Let's reboot them with a bullet. Old school.
Again, you can always rewind, so...
Right. Wait, but why do I want to rewind?
No, you don't have to rewind that. You can...
Let's reboot them with a bullet.
Oh, because you want, like, the coolest
old school
version.
Oh. Okay.
But you don't have to rewind that.
Hello?
Let's see you take a crack at that
Just
rusty
don't bounce
barrel.
off and shoot
Sorry, Mr. Barrel. Your time has come. Listen to those fat bullet beats!
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me something to shoot, Max.
Let's take out this wheel rim on your left.
Taking out the wheel rim now?
I'm sorry.
Hella yes!
I think you have
Nice
to do all of
shooting,
them
Tech.
before you can
Now
do,
that's
like,
what
the
I'm
one
talking
that she
about.
actually
Satisfied?
is satisfied with.
Like, never? So I want one more uber cool trick shot.
How about using that junker for a target now?
Oh.
Dude, I need a target before I shoot.
Oh, I think you... Okay, cool. I think you managed to not
Well,
do
Max?
the thing.
Well, if I shoot the gas tank, that sounds like a bad idea.
No,
Okay,
I
you're
don't
too
think
busy to
anything
help,
like
so
that
I'm gonna kill the car bumper.
Oops.
Oh.
Yeah,
Jesus,
there you
I
go.
shot myself! Ugh, I shot myself! Back up! Back
Stupid
up!
See
gun!
that coming.
Hold on, Chloe.
You have to tell her where to shoot.
Okay, you're...
It's weird.
Yeah.
Dude,
I want to see that windshield go down.
watch out for flying glass! You guys better run for cover! Yet the bottle remains.
Okay, now you have to do one that like makes her happy enough. So it might be the gas tank or the tire.
Let's see what happens when you shoot the gas tank.
Step back, gas tank go boom. Boom! Car definitely down, but no bottle casualties.
Oh, she wants the other bottles to break. Okay,
Oh.
you have to rewind.
She's Chloe.
Yeah, I know.
High maintenance.
How about aiming for the left tire?
Chloe is, I mean.
Adios, spinning wheel of death. Uber cool. I cannot believe this is for reals. My best friend is a superhero. Now it's your turn to bust a cap.
Yeah, you made her use her power
I
too
don't
much,
know.
Chloe.
Max, your nose. Damn.
I don't feel so super.
Max!
The whole game is based around the idea of saving Chloe from her initial fate of being shot, and she gets shot over and over throughout the game, which makes me wonder, to what extent does the constant murdering of Chloe play into the deaths are more meaningful than lives trope that Sarkeesian brings up, although it's important to note that Chloe's dead body is never sexualized. Remember, as Sarkeesian says, damsels can be both likable and well written, but they may still be damsels. And Chloe is an awesome character. She's had a tough life, losing her dad at a young age, and her best friend just recently. But she is never victimized, and her vulnerability is not fetishized. At one point, Max reflects on a conversation from childhood where Chloe says she wants to grow up to be Lara Croft. And I love this, because I think Chloe is a kind of badass Lara Croft type, just as an everyday punk teenage version. Her outfit even resembles some of the newer, less sexualized Lara Croft character designs. In my opinion, anyway.
When Max wakes up after ODing on time, she and Chloe get into an altercation with Frank, who is a drug dealer that Chloe owes money to and who has some sort of history with Rachel Amber. He ends up taking Chloe's gun, and then Max and Chloe go for a stroll along train tracks.
Stupid shit.
I'm not mad. It adds up in my mind as people letting me down. I just liked having that gun, man.
Now you
Yeah,
have me to
sorry.
protect you.
I'm just glad you were here.
Me too, I think. Chloe, why the hell are you hanging around scary losers like Frank? It's weird.
Let's take a break and I'll talk.
Yeah.
Feels like a different world, huh? I wish we could stay forever.
In my opinion, this train track scene is really sweet before it gets dangerous. And so I'd like to take another moment to talk about queers again. Yay! As Adrian Shaw famously pointed out, most video games are, either implicitly or explicitly, heteronormative. Life is Strange takes its time exposing its queerness, and it only makes it explicit if you choose it to be so. So if you kiss Chloe in her room, for example, you'll get a final kiss in the ending sequence. If you don't, apparently you also only hug her. It's funny how heteronormativity is so strong that your romance options, Chloe and Warren, are perceived to be on equal ground by a lot of people, when Warren is actually involved in the plot of the narrative far, far less, and essentially all of the meaningful scenes take place between Max and Chloe. On the one hand, crafting a game in which emotional intimacy between two women factors so integrally, and yet does not detract in any way from the many other philosophical, investigative, and narrative threads, can be seen as an amazing accomplishment in crafting feminist games. On the other hand, that one can essentially ignore the game's queerness depending on their choices, and opt instead to have a very bare-bones romance with that guy who persists way too much and literally stalks you outside your dorm, certainly says something with regards to queerness and intersectionality. At least it's pretty impossible to ignore Chloe's queerness, considering her relationship with Rachel. Honestly, she talks about loving her, and Chloe has boobs on posters all around her room. The objectification is bad, yes, but I think you'd also have to be really ignorant to not see how queer Chloe is. Notably, though, I do say queer and not gay because there are a few moments throughout where she talks about interest in men, and she never actually self-identifies. Thus this wonderful umbrella term. I think that having a queer romance, or queer character at least, as central to the game's story is incredibly important because, as Higgins explains, quote, progressive texts are more likely to have a progressive ideological impact on their readers, while reactionary texts are more likely to have a reactionary impact, end quote. Further, I think the potentiality for embodiment within the video game makes these progressive impacts even bigger. As such, including queer characters in video games is so important to affecting ideology. That said, when it doesn't get discussed outright, that can also be seen as a failure on the game's part. Quote, the disappearance of queerness, as Megan Condis relates, quote, simply reinforces the assumption of universal straightness among gamers and forum dwellers, end quote. When queerness is not made explicitly visible, it will almost always be ignored under the force of heteronormativity. So then, if you do not choose to effectively romance Chloe in-game, is the game visibly queer at all? After their touching chat on the train tracks, Chloe of course gets stuck right as an oncoming train is approaching, and Max has to save her. Again.
Get back to school
we
before
not
my next
walk
class.
on the
Since
train
you're the
tracks?
mysterious
Can we not
superhero,
learn our lesson?
I'll be your faithful chauffeur and companion.
My powers
You'd think, but
might
no.
not last, Chloe.
That's okay. We will. Forever.
Just between you and me, I'm worried about Kate Marsh.
That's no secret. Word on the street is that you and Kate had a little confrontation with our security chief
Oh my
yesterday.
gosh.
I stepped in between David Madsen barking all up in Kate's face about something. She doesn't deserve that.
Of course not. Mr. Madsen isn't the most gentle soul. Do you have proof he instigated the situation?
Does that matter?
My word isn't good enough? The one time I choose not to take a picture.
Always take the shot.
Right?
My #1 rule of photography. And
Yeah,
Max,
but then you wouldn't have helped her.
I promise this matter is being discussed by the faculty. I assume you know about this viral video?
Shouldn't even be talking about this.
You shouldn't know about it, Mr.
She's
Jefferson.
freaked out by all of this. She can't do homework while she's being tormented on a daily basis.
What if Kate brought this on herself? She means well, but maybe she doth protest too much.
What?
She seems like she's holding back the truth. Have you talked to her?
Right?
What did he ask me?
Have you talked to her?
Yes, I talked to her on the phone today. She needs friends and support now. I just don't want Kate Marsh to become the next Rachel Amber.
Rachel Amber? What does she have to do with Kate?
With all her missing persons posters around, it's hard not to think of her.
I miss Rachel too. But think about yourself, Max.
What?
Principal Wells told me about what you said happened in the bathroom.
Ugh. Either, I don't care.
Yeah.
That was a private conversation. Not that I wouldn't tell you.
This is a serious accusation, Max.
So you
Yes.
don't believe me? I would never make
Obviously.
something like this up.
I hope so, Max. But it's easy to point fingers. If Mr. Madsen claims you might be a pot dealer as he did, should I believe him?
Listen, should I?
Excuse me, Max. Hello? Yes? Hold on. I have to take this, so just go into class and I'll be there soon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, why is David taking photos
Ew.
of Kate? Now this is so wrong
Watching.
and weird.
It's a really good.
C in Monday.
Some crazy shit
Yeah,
is
of
going
course,
down
that's
at the
fun.
girls' dorm.
Zachary,
Check it.
do not come into my class like that ever again. Listen, everybody remain seated.
Is this for real?
Bitch flipped out.
I didn't think she was, but totally continue to watch.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
I don't want to walk
Yeah.
around the corner.
Yeah.
I hope not.
No.
She can't die. She can't.
You have to keep rewinding. Go. Run.
Not again. Not now. I have to try something. I won't be able to rewind again and again.
Just keep rewinding. And this happens.
Whoa.
I love how time freezes in this scene. In her book on trauma, Kathy Carruth writes about how traumatic memories can get fixed in time. And while there are complicated things going on with Max's time powers here, I think they function as a great metaphor for the emotional and traumatic impact of this moment. I also just want to note that Kate's unhappiness isn't taken seriously until she attempts to kill herself. This is such an important commentary on female sadness, and something that Audrey Woolen, Leslie Jameson, and Joanna Hedva have all written about recently. In Woolen's words, quote, "We've really fixated on loving ourselves. There's this ethos of excess and approvable, making it cool and fun to be a girl. The problem is, it isn't really cool and fun to be a girl," end quote. I believe this game does a great job of visualizing the complexities of girlhood and female sadness, that often there are external reasons for female sadness, and that sadness is more than justified. Also, just because Jefferson brought up Arbus, it is interesting to note how Arbus's suicide has framed her work, the same way Sylvia Plath's suicide is always brought up in conversation with her work. Similarly, Kate Marsh becomes the girl who attempted suicide around campus.
Yep, so new power, sort of.
Oh,
Now you can't rewind.
what are you doing here, Max? Stop! Don't come near me.
Not now. It won't work. I don't have any power.
You have to
Now
do
I
it
have
without
to
your
do this
power.
by myself?
Wait, so let's make the right
Seriously,
choice.
don't
Otherwise,
Okay,
otherwise she dies,
okay.
period.
I'm right here.
What?
This is why I was like, you need to pay attention to Kate, and you need to be nice to
I know
Kate.
you want to help me. I love that you
I
stepped
can't-
up to David, but it doesn't
I
matter.
have prepared
now.
you as much as I can for
Nothing
this
matters.
moment.
Oh
And
my
I
god.
have made sure that you looked at everything and that you were as nice as possible to Kate, but unfortunately I think that I need to let you go through this yourself.
It's too much like real life right now.
Right?
I like how it puts the emphasis on consequences because you don't have to deal with consequences for the rest of the game. So it's like, now you do. Haha. You can't say.
I could, but I'm like, I want to, but like, I also feel like it's really important that
You matter.
react to this.
And not just to me.
I do want to believe that.
Kate, your life is still yours. And we can get through this together. Let me help. Like I helped by erasing all that crap people wrote on your room slate.
Yeah.
I'm glad to
Paying
hear you worry
attention
about me.
Yeah, it helps.
That makes me
'cause
feel better.
Of course I worry. You're my friend, Kate.
I did feel better talking to you on the phone.
I think you have to get
I
like
always
4 out
feel
of
like
5,
you
right, or
really
something?
listen.
I don't know.
Kate, please trust me. Come stand by me, okay? I can help you now. I know I can. This morning I erased the web link to the video. It was written on the shower room mirror.
Are you serious? Thank you so much. The fact that you don't care about that video and would come up here to stop me means a lot.
It's kind of like my previous actions are really the thing.
Yeah.
I care about you because I believe you were drugged. We will find out who did this and make them pay.
You sound so persuasive, Max. If only.
Kate, I believe you. Will you believe me? Please, you don't have to do this.
Max, I'm in a nightmare and I can't wake up. Unless I put myself to sleep. Then everybody at Blackwell can post pics of my body. I'm already on the internet forever.
Oh man, that's
No wonder
such
they call
good
it a
thought.
web.
I mean, like, it's
Nothing
horrible.
can ever get out.
Yeah.
Like my video. I wish I could go back in time and erase everything.
Kate, there are billions of videos out there. Yours will fade away like white noise.
Oh God, please, Max. You haven't seen the looks I get. Or the laugh.
I understand, truly. I get bullied too.
Oh, no, don't minimize
This
it.
is a blip.
Yep, my life is a blip. Blackwell taught me I'm worthless.
Oh God,
I'll prove
please.
it right
Oh,
now.
no.
Kate, you can't do this to all the people who care about you.
I don't know.
No, nobody cares about me.
You might have like
Nobody.
one, because I think that you can get one wrong.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait. Her father. 'Cause
but.
he sent the nice note. Like, it's definitely not her mother. I don't remember her talking about brothers or sisters.
I mean, well, think about all the pictures that she had.
He was like teaching me about Oilers and
This game's like the worst game for me because I have a horrible memory.
Oh, yeah,
I need to travel
factorial.
in time.
What?
Some factorials going.
It was.
I'd actually.
If there's pictures, then it was definitely your sisters, not brothers, right?
True.
I don't remember any dudes.
Oh, he's
So it'd be sisters or father.
Yeah.
Oilers last time, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
I actually.
it's a riff in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool.
It was just magic when he explained that to me.
Because I'm trying to remember what the other message from her father said, though.
Was there another one?
Yeah,
I know.
there was an email from him as
Oh,
well.
if there's an email from him, then yeah.
I saw that cute photo of you with your sisters in your room this morning. I can see how much your little sister loves you by her smile.
That's Lynn. She's only 10. She does have the best smile ever. I would hate to see her sad.
Then make Lynn happy and step towards me. If she was here, you would know what to do. This isn't the end, Kate. There's no way God doesn't have big plans for you here.
Nice try, Max. But God put me on this route.
Oh my god. Which one was it? Matthew 11:28 was not the one that was crossed out. So that's probably a good one.
I mean, yeah, I mean, don't. I'm gonna say for sure, obviously, don't tell her suicide is a sin.
Oh my god, I would do that.
You picked the one for.
But yeah, there were. Yeah.
I want to look up what the quote is. I have to.
Where the baby castle gallery is. Like around there. Because then we can just hang
I'm not looking at my walkthrough. I'm just looking up Matthew 11:28.
Maybe we can go there for dinner. And a lot of the red shirts.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, I will give you rest. It's definitely not that one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, it has to be Proverbs 21.
I don't want Kate to die, but you have to make your own decision here.
When justice is done, it brings joy to the righteous, but terror to evildoers. Whoever strays from the path of prudence comes to rest in the company of the dead. This one's even worse.
Well, okay, she had one that was crossed out and one that wasn't.
This was the one that was crossed out.
Okay.
So she doesn't believe in it anymore.
Okay. Which means what? Yeah.
Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest.
Matthew 11:28. I can't believe you quoted one
Oh
of my favorite passages.
Like I said, I care about you. I know this passage means a lot to you.
Oh. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Oh my god.
What are you talking about?
Thank you.
You saved me
Thank
from
you for getting through
Putting me through
that.
such an emotional roller coaster.
What is the point?
Trauma. When I was doing my research, I found this quote from Kathy Kruth's book, Trauma, Explorations in Memory, which made me cry, so I thought this was a good place to include it. Quote, "It is the realization that the lost ones are not coming back, the realization that what life is all about is precisely living with an unfulfilled hope, only this time with the sense that you are not alone any longer, that someone can be there as your companion, knowing you, living with you through the unfulfilled hope, someone saying, quote, I'll be with you in the very process of your losing me, I am your witness," end quote, Paul Celan, end quote, Kathy Kruth. Anyway, in this next clip, you see us choosing who to blame for Kate's suicide in the principal's office.
You can rewind and see the reactions, but yeah. I think you can. I hope so. Anyway.
All I know is that Kate was at a party and Nathan dosed her. She got wasted and kissed some boys on a viral video without a clue. It was literally slow motion as I grabbed her hand.
Literally.
And I could feel it.
That was the greatest thing I've ever seen. Ever. She reached out,
all
hugged,
these jokes.
tears, applause, like a superhero.
looking at you and then back to the screen and back to you and back to the screen.
Is this like his collection of photos of her?
His binders of women.
Right.
Yeah.